Hi kids, I'm Courtney Roulston. Now I know we're all spending lots of time at home at the moment, but it's the perfect time to get creative in the kitchen. The recipe I'll be cooking today is from the Stephanie Alexander Kitchen Garden Foundation, and in partnership with Coles is designed to support kitchen garden kids at home. So watch along and let's have some fun together making today's recipe, which is pumpkin and wattle seed scones. Now the first thing we need to do for this recipe is get everything set up. So I've got a damp cloth here. I'm just going to pop this underneath my chopping board. This ensures our board is nice and sturdy and doesn't slip around on our table. Alright, our ingredients. So I've got, of course, some pumpkin, some milk, butter, an egg, self-raising flour, and our wattle seeds. So as always, it's easier to start with a flat surface on our pumpkin. So I'm going to put flat side down on our board and just cut the pumpkin in half. We're just going to remove the skin from the pumpkin. Keep your flat piece of pumpkin on the board and just use your rock and chop to remove the skin from the pumpkin. We'll go about 1 centimeter pieces. They don't have to be too neat. We just need these to cook and soften down. We just want to scatter all those pumpkin pieces onto the tray. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and just a little touch of sea salt. This helps bring out the sweetness in the pumpkin when it cooks. So we need to cook this in an oven. I've got my oven set at 200 degrees and this is going to take about 25 minutes. Or grown-ups, help your child test the pumpkin in the oven to see if it's nice and soft. All right, the pumpkin's had its 25 minutes in the oven. It's slightly cooled. So I'll just mash this now while it's on the tray. Now this pumpkin's going to add a beautiful color, but also a really nice sweetness to our scones as well. All right, now that pumpkin's mashed, we can just set that aside. So I've got 400 grams of self-raising flour and I'm going to sieve that into a bowl. And I'm going to go in with about 2 teaspoons of wattle seed in with our flour. Now, if you can't get your hands on wattle seed, you could use some cinnamon or some nutmeg or some cloves as a nice alternative. I need to go in with 30 grams of butter and just cut that into smaller pieces. And I'll put in a pinch of salt as well. Just try and use your fingertips. And we're just going to rub the butter into the flour until it looks like breadcrumbs. So I'm going to make a well in the center and we can go in with our pumpkin. I've also got an egg. And we'll start to just mix the pumpkin and the egg. Now I'm using a knife here. The secret to scones is you don't want to work the mixture too much. Otherwise you'll get really tough scones. And we want nice, light, fluffy scones. I've got half a cup of milk and we'll just pour half of this in to start with. And we'll start to work that into the flour. Add in the rest of our milk. All right, the scone dough has come together nicely. You can see we've got a nice soft dough and look at the flecks of that beautiful native wattle seed. We'll just flour our tray with a little extra self-raising flour. We'll cut this mixture into 2. Let's roll our 2 halves into some logs about 3 centimeters thick. Now remember that self-raising flour is going to puff up when these cook. And you can just mark out the scones from here. So we've got 12 scones here. You don't need to cut all the way through, about 3/4 of the way down with your knife. And I'm just going to brush the top of them with some milk. This just gives a nice shiny top to our scones. All right, they look nice and shiny, ready for the oven. These need around 15 to 20 minutes back in our oven at 200 degrees till they're puffed and golden and nice and fragrant. Look at them, don't they look fabulous? Beautiful color from that fresh pumpkin that we put in there. And that is how you make the Stephanie Alexander Kitchen Garden Foundation pumpkin and wattle seed scones. They are delicious. I hope this video has inspired you to get in the kitchen and do some baking. Thanks for watching along and as always, happy cooking.